This man's wife died. He dragged the body ready to find his father-in-law theory. The father-in-law in order to make up for him, and married his young daughter to him. His name is Carter and he lives alone in an abandoned village on top of a mountain, usually living by hunting. Because of the inconvenient traffic and the wolf infestation, the villagers all moved down the mountain, except for going down to sell wolf bark. He usually did not even have a person to talk to. Every time he went down the mountain, he had to go over the mountains and pass the steep mountain walls, and it took him several days to go down the mountain. When he passed by the village, he met a beautiful widow, but the two did not communicate. Carter turned away and sold the bark to those who needed it at the tavern, after which the tavern owner, a good friend, suggested that he should marry a daughter-in-law and leave an offspring to continue his legacy. Speaking of a daughter-in-law, Carter remembered the widow he saw when he went down the mountain, and on the way back, moved to meet the widow, and took the money to find the widow's father, and finally took the widow up the mountain. The two usually do not communicate much, but they live a comfortable life. Although Carter is rude, he is still very attentive to his daughter-in-law. One day the widow told him she was pregnant, and he immediately prepared a handmade cradle, but the good times did not last long. The widow did not adapt to the life in the mountains, fainted. She told Carter the truth about her pregnancy. It turned out that the child in the belly is not Carter's. Although Carter could not accept the truth, he still took good care of his daughter-in-law until a serious accident happened at the time of delivery. The man, who lives alone in the mountains, spends a lot of money to marry a wife, but his daughter-in-law is weak and difficult to deliver, resulting in a body two lives. Carter sad to want to bury the mother and child, but the thought of being cheated by his father-in-law, the more angry he thought, so he took the remains of the mother and child down the mountain to his father-in-law to ask for an explanation, but also threatened to let his father-in-law return the bride price. The father-in-law promised to return it the next time they met, but when he went down the mountain again, the father-in-law, who was weak-hearted because he had no money, gave his youngest daughter Anna directly to Carter, and before he left the father quietly gave Anna a packet of herbs. On the way Carter also took care of Anna in his own way. The two walked through the rugged mountain road, finally arrived home. Back on the mountain, two people only officially roomed together. Day by day, Anna learned to grow vegetables, handle fur, do housework. She quickly adapted to life in the mountains, but she was still very homesick. Although he was very good to Anna, but she never smiled. Soon it was time for Carter to go down again, and it would take several days for him to come and go. Before he left, he told Anna to be safe and turned away. Finally, Carter returned. She asked about her sister. Carter is a rough man, very straightforward to tell her the truth. His sister and father-in-law cheat him. It turns out that Anna was also cheated by her father. She did not know that her sister was willing to go to the mountain. The days after that she did not know how to face Carter, and he found out that she was pregnant. So Carter contracted all the household chores, but Anna would still take the initiative to help. And when she was alone, she always unconsciously wanted to leave the deserted mountains, and inwardly resented her father for deceiving her. Anna takes out something her father gave her, which turns out to contain some herbs. This woman would put the poison in her husband's cup of water whenever he was not home, and then mix the rest of the herbs into the teapot. Soon Carter began to suffer from abdominal pain and could not help moaning even at night when he slept. He thought it was his bad stomach and did not suspect Anna. During the day, while Carter was out hunting, Anna packed her bag and prepared to go down the mountain, and stepped on a trap in a panic. When Carter returned home, he found that Anna was not at home, and he searched the village all night long, but finally found Anna, who was freezing to death in the woods. Carter, who was suffering from abdominal pain, took care of the unconscious Anna, but found that the child in her belly could not be saved. But he still took good care of Anna, unaware that Anna wanted to poison him, until she recovers. Carter chooses to let go of Anna and let her go. She can't believe the tears she shed, perhaps with regret and hate. Carter returned to his old single life, but the abdominal pain and vomiting kept tormenting him. The day he finally found the herbs mixed in the tea, he realized the truth and shed tears. For Anna, she wanted to leave, but still chose to trust her father. It was because of Carter that her sister died, and he had spoiled her. Carter knew that his days were numbered. He held the cradle thinking about his unborn child. Carter released the family's sheep. Tears flowed from the corners of his eyes. Lying on a large bed covered with wolfskins, fully dressed, accompanied by thunder and the quiet death of snowflakes,